Hey, Dr. Hopkins, looking wonderful, sir. Wonderful. We're just going to talk a little bit. I said, hey, we got him here. We got to get him on the air.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah, we got some people waiting on us. You want us to step down? Okay, we got to step down. One, two. So I was just asking what's going on at Voorhees and also about the homecoming next week. And yeah, so we can.
Camera,
That camera,
and
right.
then look at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll,
So speak to you.
speak to me, but actually, look at the camera as well. Just, Hello, everybody, and welcome back here to the Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees College. Right now, it is my pleasure to introduce the 10th president of Voorhees College, Dr. Ronnie Hopkins. And Dr. Hopkins, thank you so very much for taking these few moments with me right here. First off, how does it feel that we have the atmosphere of the crowd back here for Voorhees basketball?
It is wonderful to be back home here in Tiger Nation, HBCU land. So we are absolutely hyped and ready to celebrate. We hope now the women played a good game. We didn't quite win it, but next time we're going to get them. And we know the men are going to bring home a victory tonight. So we really are excited. Absolutely.
Of course, we are taking it to the next level of excellence. And I know we have plenty of things going on here at Voorhees College. So please let the people know what's going on here at Voorhees.
Listen, we are so excited about the next level of excellence. And what we're going to do next week is kick off homecoming 2021. It's going to be really exciting. It is for students only. However, I want the white and true blue alumni to know that we are going to have a spring homecoming, especially for them. So in April, we're going to have so many activities, and especially we're going to celebrate our alumni during our spring homecoming. We're going to combine that with Founders Week, celebrating 125 years of existence here at Voorhees, moving from Voorhees College to Voorhees University, and of course, my inauguration.
Yes.
God is good. God is good. Yes,
a lot of things going on here at Voorhees College. Absolutely. Now, Voorhees University pretty soon.
Very soon.
So how does it feel that the name change and everything, the recognition is coming, and a lot of people are now noticing about Voorhees College and what we're doing here?
Yeah, what we are doing is we are recognizing Elizabeth Evelyn Wright. We're recognizing her as our founder. We're recognizing her as our foundation. So 125 years, we are celebrating with the name change, the evolution of becoming Voorhees Industrial School all the way up to Voorhees University. So we are absolutely elated that we're able to do that.
Now, you said that everybody is coming together. We got a lot of things going on here. I have to be very proud that we're all here as employees, that we're doing the next thing, the next level. Is just wonderful. And what about the students themselves? I mean, they're very enthusiastic to come back on campus, like you said that they will, and you can feel the energy on campus once again.
Yes, we are very happy to have our students back on campus for in-person learning. Our students, after the Thanksgiving break, they will finish the semester actually online, their last 3 days of classes and their final exams, so that we can prepare to embrace them in person for spring semester. So they'll all be back on January 6th.
Yes.
And you know how we do at Voorhees. We're going to absolutely be live and enjoy and love each other and support each other.
Right.
That's how we roll at Voorhees University.
Yeah, exactly. We got to get that right now.
Right. Get it right. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you out on this note here. As far as with the alums, because I know the alums are also excited about some of the opportunities they have, and especially helping out with the school to get to the next level of excellence. So, what do you think about the alums and their excitement towards Voorhees College?
We could not do it without absolutely our alumni are so important. Their contributions, their financial contributions, their volunteerism, and their support. I mean, just their love and support is really amazing. We cannot do what we do without our white and true blue alumni of Voorhees College. Absolutely not. So they are number one with us. Absolutely.
Well, President Hopkins, thank you so very much for joining us, and enjoy the second game.
Yeah, I look forward to a win.
Yes, thank
you so
thank
much.
you so much, sir.
Thank you.
That was President Hopkins here at Voorhees College, the 10th president. And right now, we'll have the game. Stay tuned as the Tigers and the Rams get ready to get it on here at Dawson Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please direct your
Thank you,
attention.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please observe our COVID-19 protocol of social distancing. Our federal regulations prohibit smoking in this building, and our officials for tonight's game are Section 90 NAIA. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Leonard Dawson Health and Human Resources Center. This is the Jerry M. Street Arena, and tonight, the Voorhees College Tigers take on the Rams of Columbia International University from Columbia, South Carolina. And now we're introducing the starting lineups. First round visitors from Columbia International University. Wearing number 2, Thomas Voorhees. Wearing number 3, Jalen Brinson. Wearing number 4, Bryce Halsey. Wearing number 11, Anthony Heathcock. And wearing number 15, Darren Oates. The Rams are coached by Tony Stockham and assisted by Corey England and E.J. Salt. And now, your Voorhees College Tigers. And guard from Duluth, Georgia, wearing number 0, Jordan Luke. And the other guard from Charleston, South Carolina, wearing number 21, Omar Booley. And going forward from West Chicago, Illinois, wearing number 20, Joel Davis. In at center from Maryland, Georgia, wearing number 34, Omari Joseph. The Tigers are coached by Terrell Hawk and assisted by James Wilson and John Order.
All right. As the public address announcer, Willie Jefferson gives us the starting lineups here in the arena. Our partner, Cameron McLean, has the starting lineups for our viewers.
Thank you, CJ. For the CIU Rams, we have Thomas Woods, Jalen Brunson, Bryce Casey, D'Anthony Peacock, and De'Aaron Oates. For the Tigers, we have number 0, Jordan Blue, 34, Omari Joseph, 20, Joel Davis, and number 21, Tyron Bowie. And rounding out their starting five is number 11, Antonio Lewis.
And this is the first start for Antonio Lewis at home here in front of the home fans. And he is a freshman from Louisiana. All right, ready to jump. First 20 minutes of this game is underway. Thank you so very much for everybody tuning in right here on our Facebook Live and also on our YouTube page at VC Tiger Sports. Please like and subscribe. And as always, we do welcome your comments during the broadcast. As we start out, look like a 2-3 zone defense. They'll switch to man-to-man as that shot is off there for Oates. Back come the Tigers. The Tigers playing last night down there in Tampa against South Florida in the exhibition matchup.
Yeah, that was definitely a good game for the Tigers to see where they stand.
As Lewis hits the first shot and the Tigers with their early lead here. As we just played a minute here into the first half. Yeah, the Tigers, they had to definitely do the red eye type ride last night.
Yeah, they were definitely traveling Tigers this week or last week.
Yeah, coming off a 3-game road trip. Ball goes out of bounds. A last touch by the Rams. Bryce Causey was the person that the ball went off from. Coach Huff, he's definitely put a team together. It's all about, let's see if the chemistry can come around. A nice mixture of senior leadership and also some young Tigers as well.
Yeah, he's definitely he's recruited well, especially in that Atlanta area. With Antonio Lewis out there right now from that Georgia area.
As Lewis unable to hit. Back come the Rams looking to push. Up the court it goes. Blocked from behind. Get that shot out of here. But the deuce is good by Causey. Back the other way. Here come the Rams trying to push once again. Lewis back on defense. High off the glass is good. As Brinson puts it up and in. And the Rams with a 4-2 lead over the Tigers here early on in the first half. So glad that you're with us. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let us know where you're watching us, the ball game from. As the ball goes out of bounds, Rams will have possession. So right now the Rams with a 4-2 lead, Cam, and coming out here, and it's the first little backcourt pressure, but the Rams break it. Shot from out of the corner for 3, trying to draw the foul. It was no good. Causey keeps the ball alive for the Rams. 4-2 is our score. Rams over the Tigers. The Rams from Columbia International University, right up the road in the Columbia area. Shot clock violate. Oh, and they'll call a foul before then. It was only about 3 seconds left on the shot clock and the late foul.
Yeah, in between now and the foul shot, I definitely want to highlight the Rams had a pretty decent season last year, finishing third in the AAC. which is the Appalachian Athletic Conference, and they're looking to continue on that success here this season.
As the foul was called, Joel Davis as a steal. Back the other way, going hard to the rim. No good there for Bowie. Coming back the other way, here come the Rams. Kicks it out. Nice ball movement, wide open for a three, and it's good. Thomas Woods. That's the first three-pointer put down, and the Rams with a quick 7-2 lead over the Tigers. Davis. Oh, he stepped. Oh, they'll call a traveling violation.
It's interesting to see who's going to be the go-to guys today for the Rams. They graduated or lost most of their point production from last year, only returning one guy who averaged double figures in points. And he actually didn't even get to start tonight, so I'm curious to see.
Well, right now, it seemed like all hands on deck for all the Rams as Kuzi in between three Tigers unable to hit. Still trying down low. Kuzi, they still fighting down there. And we'll have a call. They'll stop play for just a second. As the referees get together. 7-2 is our score. 16 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half. I guess it was a scoreboard operating situation. The new scoreboard we have here.
Yeah. Shout out to Ms. Johnson, our athletic director.
The Hall of Famer, Charlene Johnson. All right, so now only 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's a shot. Oh, it is good once again for Thomas Woods. Woods hits his second consecutive three-point shot, and it's a 10-2 ball game. Rams on top early. Bowie trying to answer. No good. As we'll have a foul call. With 15 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Hello, Denise from North Augusta. Also, we got Curtis Hampton from Ohio. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Demetrius says that Mike's your mic was down.
Yeah, my mic was down a little bit earlier, but I'm back in action now.
All right, so back in action. Here's Rams with the ball and the early 10-2 lead. Try to go inside near the corner, back out of the corner. 5 seconds left on the shot clock as we have a Ram and a Tiger falls down. They'll call the foul on Antonio Lewis. That is his first, and that is the team's third. Well, okay.
So to reiterate what I was saying a little bit earlier while my mic was down, I'm kind of curious to see who the go-to guy is going to be this year for the CIU Rams. They've graduated or lost most of their top point production from last year, only returning one player who averaged double figures in points, and he didn't even get to start tonight.
As we have a traveling violation called against Frazier. So Rams, as Jeter checks in. Thank you, Mr. J, because I do not have a number 5 on my roster. Under 15 minutes to go. 10-2 is our score. Rams on top as we'll have a traveling violation called against Mr. Number 5.
So our Tigers are going to have to find some semblance of offense here. Maybe need to slow it down and run a set or two, but they got to get something going.
Yeah, they'll have to get something going here as we're coming up on 14 and a half to play. as the foul is called on Trey Frazier. That's his second, team's fourth. Hector Rosario checks in for the first time for the Tigers, and Rosario is going to be a key player, whether it's off the bench or even in the starting lineup at some point.
Right. So Hector Rosario is probably their biggest returning contributor this season. They graduated their senior stud Stanton Levine last year, and definitely looking to Hector Rosario to provide some leadership here early in this first half.
10 seconds left on the shot clock. Rams got to go. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And a near steal. Oh, they'll call the foul. So they'll call it on Hector Rosario. That is his first. And team's fifth. Oates returns to the basketball game. 10-2 is our score. Rams on top of the Tigers. Tigers struggling from the field a little bit so far. There goes a steal. Back the other way, there's Blue. And Blue puts it in.
Yeah, Jordan Blue's such a solid, consistent player for Coach Huff.
$13 and a half minutes coming up. 10-4 is our score.
And Blue actually breaks that cold streak for the Tigers.
Right. 3-second violation called against the Rams. So the Tigers will have possession. So the Tigers trying to tighten up on that defense there to force some turnovers. Let's see if we can get some points out of it. Here's Blue.
To the game for the Rams returning is number 3, Brentson, and number 2, Woods.
Woods checks back into the ball game for the Rams. Tigers, it's kind of slow going as far as with the points. I mean, Rams has 10. They got off 10 quick points and haven't got off of 10 yet. And there's a steal. Meanwhile, the Tigers with 4 points and a steal. Let's see if they can take advantage. Rosario with the 3-pointer.
And there's that senior leadership, or I wouldn't say senior leadership, but there's that upperclassman leadership that I spoke about earlier, coming in and providing some stability on offense for the Tigers, is Hector Rosario.
And a 3-pointer answer right back. And that is the third 3-pointer made by the Rams team here in this first half.
And speaking of 3-pointers, Clarence, they actually ranked number 4th in the NAI Division 1 defending the 3-point line. So they don't let too many teams shoot threes.
Well, Rosario lines up for one.
Yes, Hector lined up for another one to let it go.
Back come the Rams quick.
The next period is good.
It's good.
2 by Jeter.
Jeter puts it in. 5 quick points for Jeter. And it leads to the 30-second timeout for the Rams. So 15-7 is our score. Rams on top. So Rams, they're pretty quick out there in that transition when it comes to that transition action.
Yeah, they're definitely pressing and they're getting some turnovers and some stops real quick and getting out in transition and getting those easy buckets. But also number 2 has been heating it up for 3.
As we check in the comment room, Christopher, he says that's the first 3-second call in college basketball. Let the big dog eat. Now, that was funny. And also, Adrian says he was on the Netflix shows from Valdosta.
Oh, Titletown.
Yes. Okay, you know about that show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It was a football show, but I know about it.
Okay. Here's the Tigers. They in a little trouble here. Oh, and a traveling violation is called. Khalil Cuffey called for the steps.
And Khalil Cuffey is another player that Coach Huff was able to snag from Claflin University. Another guy that can get you some buckets quick and in a hurry. It should also provide some senior leadership, although this is his first year in the Tigers uniform.
Jeter unable to hit. 15-7 is our score. Tigers are down to the Rams of CIU. Bowie challenging and putting it in. Taewon Bowie with the deuce. That's his first field goal, and it's a 15-9 Ram lead. They go inside, wide open, unable to hit. Heathcock back the other way. Tigers wide open. Cuffey 3. Oh, in and out. Coming up on 11 minutes to go. Here's Heathcock in down low. Can't get it. And right off of his leg. So the Rams turn the ball over. 15-9 is our score. Tigers down, but trying to come back here. Splitting the defense. Williamson Bay. Thomas Woods called for his first, and that's the team's first. Meanwhile, Tigers with 5 team fouls so far. Once again, it was very good to have the 10th president of Voorhees College here to talk with me just before the game, Dr. Ronnie Hopkins. Thank you so very much, Dr. Hopkins, for having that time. Cuffey, oh! Wow, dangerous pass there as he hits the deck. Looked like he hit his face on the bottom of the backboard. I'm glad that Cuffey is straight. Damian Jackson says, slow them down and work the paint. As we'll have a break in action. It's a wet spot on the floor where Cuffey landed at. 10 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the first half. Rams up 15-9 over the Tigers. Tigers trying to get back into this game. In the corner for 3. No good. Into the hands of Williamson Bay. Bowie. Step back 3. No. Brinson gives it off. And the basket is good for Bryce Causey. So Bryce, his second field goal, 4 points, and it's a 17-9 Ram lead over the Tigers. And a steal. Tried a dangerous cross-court pass. Oh, and a block from behind. Williamson Bay. All right, now the Rams still with possession. Chandler defense as they go inside. Heathcock. Too hard off the glass. Rosario comes away with it. There's Rosario. Oh, nice pass inside. Bowie back out to Rosario. Williamson Bay. Can he hit? No. And they're getting some good looks, Cam, behind the three-point line.
Yeah, that was a great look. That was a great look.
It's just not going down right now. 17-9 is our score. Rams on top. Coming up on 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Oh, aggressive move to the basket for Pope. So Pope, his second field goal, he has 4 points and is a 10-point Ram lead. Cuffey trying to cut in on that lead, and he does. So Coffey with the 3-point basket. That's his first three. And it's 19-12 as the ball goes out of bounds. And last touch by the Rams. So Amari Joseph, number 34 for the Tigers, come back in. Jordan Blue, number 0, also comes back in. Here is Coffee. Nice move across the paint. 5 quick points for the junior out of Georgia. And it's 19-14. Nice pass inside. Heath Cock on Joseph. So Heath Cock with 2. And it's a 7-point Ram lead. Basket's good as Jordan Blue answers. That last with Devin Pope, that was his first basket. It wasn't his second basket. So Devin Pope with 2. His 3-point is no good. There by Causey. Cuffy on, hey, gets it back. Wide open. 3-point out of the corner, no good.
A rare miss from Terrell Wyndham, who, if this was 2K, his corner badges would be on Hall of Fame.
Right, exactly. 3-point on the way is no good. Battle for the boy. Heathcock comes away with it. Rosario on Heathcock. Rosario tried to do all he can, no defense-wise. But the foul will be on Hector Rosario. That is his second and team 6. So at the line, shooting 2 will be DeAnthony Heathcock, the 6'7" forward out of Cartersville, Georgia.
Yeah, so the Tigers did a good job of weathering that 3-point storm that the Rams put on early in that first half. But here later on in this half, they're starting to get beat up down low a little bit, and you got to wonder what Coach Huff has in store, what his plans are in order to kind of get that paint under control.
6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Heathcock connects. So 23-16 is our score with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. So let's see Jordan Blue and the Tigers, see what they can do here. Very competitive ball game so far. Cuffy, as he falls down, and he will be dealt with the turnover.
The Tigers is number 1, White.
Zach White checks in for the first time for the Tigers, number 1. Go inside, back outside. Jeter. And that pass was almost deflected and picked off, but instead, here's Causey inside. So Bryce Causey, his 3rd field goal, 6 points, and is a 9-point Ram lead. Way off goes Jordan Blue, and here come the Rams trying to push their lead up. It's 25-16 right now. Jeter hits the 3. That is his second 3-pointer by Jeter. He has 8 points and a quick timeout taken by Voorhees. With 5 minutes and 51 seconds in the first half, it's now a 28-16 lead for the Rams. And just like that, the Rams are trying to pull away from the Tigers, Cam.
Yeah, so what the Rams have been able to do is get those stops on defense, get out and get quick buckets on offense, and also hit those perimeter threes. That 3-point shot here lately has been their Achilles heel the past minute or two.
I just want to remind you that Tiger basketball all season long will be sponsored by Prisma Health. So all season long, our broadcast will be sponsored by Prisma Health. 28-16 is our score as we come out of the timeout. Let's see if the Tigers can adjust themselves here and get back into this ball game and try to tie it up. Still plenty of time left. It's a 28-16 lead. But what you don't want is to have a bunch of mistakes happen and the Rams take advantage of it.
Yeah, you definitely want to sew up those loose ends and get some good stuff on offense here, starting right here with this possession.
Shot up range and no good for White. Here's Jeter. Coming up on 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. It's a 28-16 Ram lead over the Tigers. In the battle of two South Carolina colleges. That shot put up no good. Rams with another possession, and Heathcock makes good.
The Tigers are going to have to do a better job of putting their body on somebody, CJ, and getting that first rebound.
Oh, they give the basket actually to Aurelia. So Aurelia, number 10. See, I get the 10 and 11 mixed up, it just happens. Big shout out to those of you tuning in. Roanoke, Virginia. I think I saw that stroll up just a few moments ago. Also, big shout out to Chi-Town. So we getting some viewers in Chi-Town this evening. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the home of Joel Davis.
Now in the game for the Tigers is number 20, returning Joel Davis.
Joel Davis checks back in. Speaking of which,
number 0, Devin Pope.
Devin Pope checks back in for the Rams. (30-18) is our score. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go and counting. Here in this first half, Tigers are down by 12. This the biggest lead of the game for the Rams. As we'll have foul call. And a foul is called on Christian Howard. That is his first and team's third. Now here come the Tigers. Bowie, strong in the paint, puts it up. Too high off the glass, but another opportunity for the Tigers. Can they make good? No. Ball knocked around, finally controlled by the Rams. Back come the Rams with about 4 minutes to go. Rams with a 30-18 lead. Straightaway three-pointer. No good for Pope. Back the other way. White. And we'll have a foul. Looks like they'll go on Pope. So Devin Pope picks up the foul.
Back in the lineup for the Rams is number 3, Brett Sutton.
I'm reading some of the comments here as calling the game. Here's Davis. Davis! Oh, they call the offensive foul on Joel Davis.
Number 20, Joel Davis.
And that is his second. So that's a second, team 7th. Christopher says, it's not a foul when you get your booty in the way. Not a foul. Step back. Three is no good for Pope. Tigers trying to cut in on this lead under 3.5 minutes to go. Oh, good athletic play. Bowie gives some life into this crowd.
Yeah, not only into this crowd, but also into the team. Tawan Bowie is definitely the heart and soul of the Voorhees College Tigers. So definitely look for him to continue to try to provide that spark and get his guys going out there.
Davis comes out. So Bowie at the line, try to complete the three-point play. He does. So the Tigers now cut the lead down to 9 at 30-21. Here's Causey all the way. Causey with 8 points here in this first half. He's one of the leading scorers for the Rams here. White, go inside. So they'll call a foul on Woods. That is his second. And team's sixth foul. (32-21) is our score. Tigers are down. Spin move, shot just short. Ball tapped around, controlled by the Rams. Causey. And now Causey with 10 points now.
Yeah, you got to think Coach Huff wants something a little bit better on offense.
Oh, nice.
That's a great move by Christian Ford. You got to think he wants easy baskets like that on offense, because when you force things like Jordan Blue just did, you get those easy baskets on the other end.
2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. 34 for the Rams, 23 for the Tigers as Causey drawing the foul. And Bryce Causey, 6'3" sophomore. Hey, you asked the question, who's going to pick up the scoring? Right now, as we see, Causey is one of those players who's stepping up here tonight with the scoring.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's 6'3". It looks a little bit bigger than that from up here.
Since we're sitting up here in the 18th row, everything looks a little bigger. And no, it's supposed to look smaller as we get further away, but they don't look small. And this Heathcock fella who's at the line, they have him at 6'7".
Oh, okay. I thought that's who you were talking about.
Well, Heathcock, yes. Whoa, barely hit rim. No, Heathcock is down. They list him at 6'7". I think he's about around 6'9"-ish. 6'9"-ish. As a three-point basket is good by Bowie. Needed that basket. And it's a 34-26 Ram lead. And a turnover.
Here we go, Clarence.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Here we go.
Minute 39 to go, 34-26. At one point in time, the Tigers were down by 12 points.
Right, end of the half, this is exactly what you want, some change in momentum, and try to build as much momentum as you can going into the second half.
Aggressive. Across the lane. Shot is no good.
Keyshawn has to take that first shot.
Yeah. Keyshawn, who checked into the ball game. Minute 15 to go. Rams still with the lead at 34-26. Causey from downtown. There goes your answer.
There it is.
That's one of your answers. That's who's going to pick up the scoring for the Rams.
We call that one the silencer.
Here's Bowie. Bowie, no. Causey runs down the rebound.
The way Bowie plays, you wouldn't be able to tell he's. Don't tell him he's 5'8", 5'9". The way he plays. He's like he's about 6'2", 6'3" himself.
Alternating Jamal,
Well, on the paper,
position,
it says he is 6 foot.
Tiger.
On paper, he's 6 feet.
Returning to the lineup
Now
from the
5'8",
background
I'm
is
about
number
5'8",
11,
and I think
Voorhees.
Now,
Bowie is taller than me.
now we know that basketball programs could be a little misleading. I think my senior year they said I was about 6'2", and I'm about 6'10". I mean, 5'10".
I was getting ready to say, but with the afro, you're about 6'2".
Oh, there we go. See, I didn't have the afro my senior year now.
Yes, Raging Rican Entertainment. Yes, Causey is eating up here so far. Blue can't hit. So now 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2. They get it off. The basket's good. And that
Your
was number
halftime
21,
score is
Thomas
Voorhees 26
Bokolski. I think
and
I just
Columbia
butchered his name,
International
but
University
Thomas did
39.
score. So at the end of the first half, Tigers are down 39-26. And just before you go, what are your thoughts here in this first half, and what the Tigers need to get going in the second half to get back into this ball game?
Yeah, so the Tigers have to have a better effort on the boards right now. That's what's gotten them down in this hole right now is that just down low they haven't been able to compete with the size of CIU. But Coach Huff has been doing this a while. Coach Jay and Coach O have been doing this a while. So I've got faith that when they get back into that locker room, they'll have a game plan in order to stop that hemorrhaging down low.
All right. So now let's look at the performance of the cheerleaders as we go into the break. 39-26 is our score. Rams on top of the Tigers. You're watching Tiger basketball right here on the VC Tiger Sports Network on our YouTube and Facebook Live.
always like other schools say, like Jason Voorhees, why you don't wear the mask in the game? Oh yeah. It's not a hot mic. The guy with the Jason mask. Anytime.
Oh, 3 minutes? All right. Oh,
Yeah, we got we have like 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes as far as
okay, okay.
yeah, because we got to wrap it. Welcome back as we're at halftime here of the Tigers basketball game. But right now, joining me here in the stands is the women's head coach for the Lady Tigers, Coach Edward Glover, as his team lost tonight to the Golden to the Golden Tigers in the Battle of the Tigers. And Coach, want to get your comments on the game and what do you thought about the game? What do you see it and how you gonna get better?
At first, I thought we liked that intensity, that energy, that excitement that we talk about all the time. And the defensive side of the ball, we just gave up too many. At one time, we were trading baskets. We didn't make stops like we needed to. You got to make stops when you're down. We had opportunities, but there somebody pulled something. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm taking nothing away from Bernal. They did an excellent job. Coach Stewart over there is a good coach. He's been there for a while. But we just didn't step it up where we need to be. And players, I made the schedule by design to be at home because we're such a young team. So we can have those games here where we don't have to worry about the road to take care of home. And now we got ourselves behind the 8 ball because we just dropped the 1 and 2. But we have another one coming in on Monday against the CIU. I mean, not Monday, on Thursday against CIU's women. And we got to focus on defense all practice tomorrow. And we got to be able to come here Thursday and be prepared. And I know it's going to be a tough one.
Right.
Like every game on schedule will be tough.
Right.
We got to be prepared to get one. But we need one. We overdue.
And it seemed like in this game, it seemed like the Lady Tigers was trying to come back, but it just couldn't get past that 10-point bubble.
Yeah.
I kept saying the 10-point bubble. I think the closest we got was about 8 points or 7 points around there. But you got to give the credit to the Golden Tigers for the fact that they didn't let up.
And they had hit those big shots.
Right.
They hit those big shots.
Yeah.
They returned 10 players. We returned. We got 9 new players. So experience plays a part of it. They played a full season last year. We played a half a season. So like I was telling my juniors, y'all are juniors now.
Right.
You're seniors because you graduated, but we're juniors. And we're a young team. We just gotta get it. We gotta keep working. And the defense intensity, we're still trying to figure ourselves out. What type of team we're gonna be.
Right.
So hopefully we can get that sooner than later, so we can get some of these W's and move forward.
I want to ask you this before I get you out of here. What did you see positive about this game where you can take and go into the next game and say, hey, if we can continue to work on this, I think we can be all right.
We kept fighting. We didn't put our heads between our legs and gave up. We kept fighting all the way down to the end. And we got to just take that momentum and go into practice and just keep working and try to get it back. We don't look nothing like we did last Thursday. I know you guys weren't there to air it, but that game last Thursday was a great way to open up because we were down, we came back,
close back and forth,
Right.
took the lead and finished the game,
Yeah.
just like Lady Tiger Pride,
Right.
down the stretch.
Right.
We got to get back to that.
Right.
Got to get back to that. And
Well,
we had some newcomers that first stepped on the floor for the first time tonight. Some of the girls said they were a little nervous still, but we had to get them out there to get those jitters out because we're going to need them in the rotation.
and I was mentioning this. I said it's still, no matter how many new players or old players you have mixed together, it's still that chemistry
Yeah, yeah.
still have to come together, and it's still early on in the season. And I believe that potentially this team could go far once that chemistry gets
Oh, yeah,
together.
yeah. We're there. We're there. We got all the pieces. We got post players, wings. We got point guards. We got shooters. We just got to put it all together.
Right. Well, Coach Glover, thank you so very much for joining me here. Best of luck as we go into the season more, and of course, we'll get them back Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday at 6 o'clock.
It's official. Thursday at 6 o'clock,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Thursday at 6 o'clock. CIU is coming
CIU
into
will be
town.
here.
The women's will be here 6 o'clock game.
6 o'clock game.
Okay, 6 o'clock game, which you also can watch here, right here on the BC Tiger Sports Network. But once again, Coach Glover, thank you so very much. One thing about basketball, as I always said,
That's right.
you can have this loss, but we
You
can
ain't
go
got a
right.
week. You ain't got a
You
week
got a
to
week.
wait on it.
Yes. Well, thank you so
Thanks,
very
man.
much, sir. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right. We'll be right back for the second half of tonight's ball game between the Tigers and the Rams of CIU, which right now the Rams lead the Tigers. You're watching Tiger basketball right here on the VC Tiger Sports Network. Thanks, sir.
Reset, sign out, possession.
All right, as we get ready to start this second half, 39-26 is our score. Columbia International University Rams on top of the Voorhees College Tigers. Clarence Jones along with Cameron McLean. And away we go here in the second half. And we'll start with the basket for the Rams. Oates with the deuce. That's his first two of the night. Cam is going to depend on these first 5 minutes here for the Tigers if they can get back into this game. Bowie!
That's a big indicator.
No good there as we are 30 seconds into the second half. Once again, thank you to Coach Edward Glover for joining us here during the halftime. Out of the corner for three. It's no good. A rebound off to Antonio Lewis. Back come the Tigers. Blue unable to hit, but the rebound and the putback is there for Davis. And if Davis can come alive here, this Tiger squad can really get back into this ball game. (41-28). Rams on top. Causey, the leading scorer for the Rams in the first half. Looked like he was trying to go for a lob to Heathcock, and Heathcock misjudged it. Here's Lewis. Lewis gives it off to Davis. Davis banging bodies down low, and good. Davis, his second consecutive field goal.
Yeah, so early on, it looks like the Tigers are saying, hey, you want to go down low? We can go down low, too.
Three-pointer on the way, and it's good. Thomas Woods, and that is Thomas's third three-pointer. All of his field goals have come beyond the three-point line. It's a 44-30 Rams lead. Straight on three-point on the way is good. Antonio Lewis.
So between Lewis, Bowie, and Terrell Wyndham, those are the three big-time shooters for the Tigers. They got to find ways.
They called a foul on Amari Joseph. I don't think so. Questionable call. How about that?
Yes. Questionable to say the least.
Yes.
From where I'm standing, he definitely had his hands straight up.
Straight up. But Jalen Brinson onto the line to shoot two.
So going back to a previous comment you made in the first half, which student athlete was in Titletown, the Netflix show?
It was I seen a comment. I have to go back, but I believe it was somebody from CIU, a player. But I don't know if the person, the viewer who put that up about the Netflix show, if you could let us know as far as the name. I believe it was from the off the Ram squad.
Okay, so CIU has a celebrity in the building.
I didn't know nothing about this show, to be honest with you.
It's a pretty good show. It's a pretty good show.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Here's the shot from the free throw line. It's good there for Oates.
Yeah, speaking of shows, CIU's putting on a show right now.
Yeah, and the Tigers right now, they got to put on a bigger show right now. 48-33 is our score. Davis. So Davis with 6 points here in this second half.
Yeah, Joe's not one of those guys that's going to beat you with his height, but his footwork and his athleticism is through the roof. That's how he's able to get those points down low. And also his lower body strength.
Back come the Tigers, trying to cut in on this lead. Bowie will try. No. Davis unable to hit. Looked like he was trying to draw a foul, too, underneath the basket. 48-35 is our score. The Rams on top, looking for more. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Rams.
Number 11 for the Tigers is number 2,
Hector Rosario returns for the Tigers. And Christian Howard, number 13, a return for the Rams. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We see a lot of folks in here tonight. Let us know where you're watching us from. And if you're an alum of either school, as the basket is good for Antonio Lewis.
So the starter's coming on hot out here for the Tigers right now.
And it's an 11-point lead for the Rams, 48-37. 15 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this game. Shot up, no good. Ball knocked around. Let's see. Looked like last touch by the Tigers.
Yeah, number 2, Thomas Wood, he's kind of got that Steph Curry mentality right now. Every time that ball goes up, I think it's going in. That's with the number 3s he's hitting tonight.
Well, he's hit three threes so far. There's another player, Cozy, who's done a good job for the Rams here this evening. Back in down low and counting and one for Christian Howard. So Howard will go to the line. Jordan Blue, that is his first, team second of the second half. So Christian Howard, the young man, 6'5", out of Ohio, Medina. Played his high school ball at Medina Senior High School, Ohio. I wonder if he's a Buckeye fan. Shot inside no good. More than likely.
I doubt that he's an Akron Zips fan.
And here's Brinson as the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers.
Yeah, great hands by Tawan Bowie right there.
Here's Brinson. They give it off. Goes inside. Here's Howard. Gets it out. Causey open for three. No good. Coming up on 14 and a half minutes to go. They go inside. And the basket is good. There for Frazier. So Frazier gives the Tigers now their 39th point, but still down 51-39 to the Rams. Here's Pope. Foot on the line. That's a two-pointer.
That was a good move, CJ. That was a good move.
Yes, it was. 53-39. Rams on top. Bowie.
He tried to get that one back.
Tried to. Back the other way. Three-pointer out of the corner is good. There for Jalen Brinson. So that's a 30-second timeout now. Taken by Voorhees. And Coach Huff want to talk to his team before this thing gets way out of hand. It's 56-39 right now. But you look at it, the Rams are starting to hit those shots here.
Yeah, the Tigers have to, again, I'm going to use my phrase, batten down those hatches and stop that perimeter assault right now.
They have to stop it because the Rams look like they're not getting cold anytime soon. But then you never know. In this game of basketball, you could be hot one day.
Yeah, it is. The seasons are changing.
Yeah, the seasons are changing. But for what I see from the inside, it doesn't matter if you're indoors. Seasons change, it doesn't matter. It's still indoors. Yes, Raymond Jeter, Rams in Threes Villa. Yes, they are living in Threes Villa right now.
Now in the game for the Tigers is number 13,
Williamson Bay checks in for the Tigers. Here's Rosario, gives it up. Antonio Lewis, nice direction. And Antonio Lewis giving the Tigers inching closer, 56-41. Let's see if the Tigers can start up something as we'll have a foul on the floor. It's on Trey Frazier, and that is his third, team's third. Oates checks back into the ball game for the Rams with 13 minutes and 12 seconds to go. And a steal. Here we go. Rosario gives it up. Trying twice, can't hit. Back the other way comes the Rams. Under 13 minutes remaining here in this ball game. Ball knocked out of the Rams' hands, and Williamson Bay comes away with it. Here's Hector Rosario. Let's see if he can get something started here for the Tigers. Rosario to the basket. Yes. So Rosario scores, and it's now 56-43. So the Tigers chipping away. And a steal. Antonio Lewis comes away with it. Rosario open. No. Ball knocked around. Controlled by the Rams. Under 12 minutes to go, 56-43. Tigers slowly trying to get back into this. Long range three off glass. No good.
The bank was almost open.
Yeah, well, it's after hours. It's closed now. 56-43, and a steal by the Rams. Jeter the other way. Boy, Jeter looks fast, huh? So Jeter puts it in. And Columbia International calls the timeout. They're up 58-43. And just as when the Tigers was just really starting to get back into it, you see the little steal and see the Jeter lay in, but the Tigers still trying to get that momentum back on their side.
Yeah, they got to take care of the ball on offense and make sure that they're not making those costly turnovers like that. And also they try not to force the issue on offense, because numerous times when they forced it, the other the Rams have been able to capitalize on those missed opportunities. So definitely want to take care of the ball and get some high quality shots later on here in the second half.
Make sure you'll be with us on Thursday, as it is official. We'll have the CIU Lady Rams here to take on the Lady Tigers. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock. Of course, that was a game originally that was not on the schedule, but a few corks in the schedule. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're still in the pandemic, so things may change around. So the schedule is subject to change, but it's good that the Lady Tigers will have an opportunity to get this little loss out of their system and face a Lady Rams team coming in Thursday.
Right.
So just to reiterate, the Lady Tigers will be in action Thursday against the Lady Rams. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock. Right here, it's 58-43. Rams on top of the Tigers. Tigers coming off of their 3-game road trip. One of those road trip games was an exhibition matchup in South Florida last night. Do you see any effects from where they played? You know, they just played about 24 hours ago. You see some of the effects on the Tigers here this evening?
Actually, I don't quite see fatigue. I see a team that's ready to get that first win here at home.
Jeter.
I just think the size down low is really what's hurting them.
Bowie challenging, and it's good. So Bowie scores. Bowie is the leading scorer here this evening.
The heart and soul.
58-45 is the score. And with under 10.5 minutes to go, plenty of time. Here's Jeter. The iron is kind for Jeter. And Jeter into double figures. Or should I say speedy? Williamson Bay. Almost still there by Heathcock. Out of the corner for three, no good. Ball knocked around, last touch by the Rams.
Into the game for the Tigers is number 22, Ford. And for the Rams,
Christian Ford checks back
for the
in
Rams, number 3,
for the Tigers.
Brinson.
And Jalen Brinson checks back in for the Rams. Williamson Bay gives it off. It's Cuffey, and Cuffey's called for steps. 60-45 is a 15-point lead, but still with 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go, that 15-point lead could evaporate.
Yeah, plenty of time left in the game.
Here's Heathcock, and it looked like he was blocked from behind, and the ball taken away from him. Good play there by Ford. Back up it goes. Cuffey out of the corner for three. Good! Big three by Cuffey. And it's a 12-point Ram lead at 60-48, under 9.5 to go. Let's see if the crowd can get into this. I say 2 more buckets and the crowd is right back in it. Down the lane, no good. Heathcock comes away, and they'll call a goaltend. So the goaltending and the basket.
We've got to do a better job of getting those rebounds.
Yeah, you gotta. It's a battle. You got to battle down there.
I'm curious at the conclusion of the game to see what the second chance points, how many second chance points the Rams have gotten this evening.
Yeah, very interesting because early on in the game they wasn't getting any second chances, but here in the second half, looked like they get more second chances at points than they did in the first half. Williamson Bay can't hit, ball knocked around, finally controlled by the Rams. This is Oates with the basketball. Tigers go man-to-man. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. We'll have a foul with 9 seconds left on the shot clock. So the foul will be called on Ezekiel Williamson Bay. That is his first and team's fourth of this half. Some perspiration, some a little wet down there. A little wet down there, yes.
My coach used to call sweat the tears of effort.
The tears of effort?
Yep.
Causey along the baseline takes the shot, no good. Flying in for the rebound was Heathcock.
Yeah, rebounding still a thing of a point of emphasis here for the Tigers.
Floater in the lane, no good. Second chance, as we just talked about,
Yeah,
Cam.
third chance at this point.
Heathcock puts it in. The basket is good. So Heathcock slams one in. And it's a 64-48 Rams lead over the Tigers. Cuffey drawing the foul and unable to hit. But that was a nice play there by Cuffey trying to draw the foul in the end one.
So the Tigers are still managing to stay within striking range. But they definitely need to put it on here. They need to get some, as I say, buckets and boards. They got to get some stops and they got to score.
7 minutes and 32 seconds left.
Emphasis on the boards.
Yes.
A strong emphasis on the boards.
Right. Cuffey at the line shooting 2. And at this stage of the game, with 7.5 minutes to go and you're down 64-49, every charity stripe trip for the Tigers is a very important one. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in on our YouTube page and on Facebook Live. We enjoy your comments, discussion so far. Thank you. Special thank you to the Rams fans tuning in tonight. And as always, thank you to the Tigers fans who always tune in for Tigers and Lady Tigers basketball. The comments has been very interesting here tonight.
All right, that's all on the other end of the table. I can't quite see
I know, but even when in the other game against Brunel, that's their correct. Brunel. Some said Brunel. Here's the shot, and Thomas Woods. So Thomas Woods, one of those rare 2-point shots. The way how he's been playing tonight behind the 3-point line. Cuffey trying to answer. No. Ball knocked around. Ford keeps it alive. Out of the corner for 3. No good. Here come the Rams. As this is Brinson. As we are winding down to about 6.5 minutes to go, it's a 66-49 Ram lead over the Tigers. No foul call. Wyndham comes away with it. Under 6.5 to go. Challenging. And a basket good for Ford. Going Ford tough to the hoop. 66-51. Still plenty of time for the Tigers to get back into this ball game. Go inside. Howard. Back out to Woods. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Got to put it up. Oh, and the foul is called. So the foul will be on Ford. That is his first. Team's 5th. Thank you, Raymond Jeter, saying you guys are doing a good job. Excellent job in broadcasting. Thank you so very much,
Thank you.
Raymond Jeter. I appreciate it.
Thomas Woods.
And thank you, Tyler Parker, as well. We try our best here to entertain. We try our best.
Returning to the lineup for Voorhees is number 21, Bowie.
Bowie returns to the game with 5 minutes and 52 seconds to go. 66-51 is our score. Unable to hit the second shot, but Rams get another opportunity.
Again with the rebound.
Yes, and now time going to start becoming a factor pretty soon if the Rams continue to hold the ball like this. Falling to the floor, and a steal. Back come the Tigers. Bowie gives it up. Ford, open, 3, got it. So Ford with a 3-pointer. And guess what, folks? It's a 12-point lead for the Rams, 66-54.
There we go. And Christian Ford's a freshman out of Georgia again. who a highly recruited player, highly anticipated player from Coach Huff, and he's definitely looking for him to provide that freshman spark. Maybe a 2 or 3 games into the season, you might see him make his first start here or there.
We'll see, but that was a good spark there for the Tigers, and they needed it too because, look, now down 66 to 54. Now it's time to limit, as you mentioned, the second chance opportunities for the Rams here in these final 5 minutes.
So, yeah, that's definitely been the Achilles heel here in the second half are those second chance
Say that
points.
3 times fast.
Achilles heel here, Achilles.
But yeah, I understand. The Tigers have to limit the Rams as far as second chances. And not only that, remember the Rams are pretty good behind the line,
Right.
The 3-point line here this evening. So the Tigers, they just have to keep their head on the swivel and make sure that, first of all, they don't turn the ball over, the Tigers themselves. Right. And second, try to cause some turnovers for the Rams. I love our viewers here this evening in the chat room. Somebody talking about a man bun. That is classic. Yes, the coach. That is classic. Coming up on 5:15 remaining. Cuffy called for the foul.
Number 3, Khalil Coffey. That's his first, team 6.
So team 6 foul. 5 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the ball game.
Rams is number 5, Jeter.
Shout out to Stephanie Klutz watching us. Always a big Tiger fan.
Klutzy.
Here's Causey. Gives it up. Jeter. 3. Oh, pure for the young man, Jeter.
By Jeter.
69-54. And that was a killer 3 right there.
It was.
Inside it goes. Blue.
Countered by a killer drive.
69-56 is our score. Rams on top, but the Tigers still trying to claw their way back here in this ball game. Coming up on 4.5 minutes to go. Ball goes out of bounds. Now, again, you mentioned tonight who are going to be the scorers for the Rams since they lost about 80% of their point production from last year.
Right.
And right now, it may be by committee, but Causey and Jeter are stepping up and answering the bell, as well as Thomas Woods is also answering the bell.
Yeah, I've definitely got my eye on Jeter. He's one of those guys. He's a solid point guard.
And that's a shot clock violation. I'm sorry, sir.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Jeter's a solid point guard. He's fast, and Rams aren't typically known for their speed, but he's definitely got a lot of it.
4 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Still within striking distance. Tigers are down 69-56. Make sure you stay with us. We'll have the post-game show as Bowie a bit too hard off the glass. Back come the Rams. The Rams with numbers. Gives it up. And the basket is good there for Howard. So Christian Howard.
You got to wonder if Joel Davis is going to get back into the game. He was the one that kind of provided that spark early on in the second half. Let's see if he's going to get in.
3-pointer on the way. It's no good. Rebound. Put back. Bowie. In and out. How many in and outs we've seen from the Tigers here this evening?
The ball did everything that time again except go in.
Right.
It hit every single part of the rim.
Yeah, right.
Voorhees 22, Christian Ford.
But unfortunately, the game is not called rim ball. It's called basketball.
Right.
It's got to go into the basket.
3.5 minutes to go. You're a great man. You know that? 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And we had a technical foul called against the Tigers. That first shot is no good.
As the guys on the court would say, ball don't lie.
Ball does not lie. Half tell truths.
That was a half truth?
That was a half truth. 72-56 is our score. Rams on top. But the Tigers trying to make a run here. Still 3.5 minutes to go. And then when you have a 3-point sharpshooter on the floor, like a Wyndham, anything is possible. Bowie can light it up. And
Cuffy's hit a few threes here tonight.
yeah. Frazier checks back in. Rosario checks in.
We haven't talked much about Trey Frazier, number 32 for the Tigers, but he's another guy. He's the type of guy that's got a pogo stick in his legs, man. That guy can really jump. He can really fly. You haven't seen him much, but when you get him out in transition, get him on a fast break, oh, watch the fireworks.
That shot no good. Tigers still alive here, 72-56, but they got to make their baskets, and that is blocked there by Heathcock. Right now, just a baseball update. Thanks to our viewer, Tyler Parker. Thank you. The Braves, my Braves are up 3-0. Top of the fifth. Let's go Braves.
Corner badge for 3.
Wyndham. Unable to hit. Usually that corner pocket is the sweet spot for him.
Yeah, that's going to be my name for him all season, corner badge.
Shot, no good. Rebound into the hands of Frazier. Here's Wyndham. Wyndham trying to draw. Unable to hit, but the follow is
pogo
there.
Sticks I was telling you about.
Frazier. Yeah, you mentioned, yeah, the pogo sticks. So it's 72-58. Let's see the Tigers get back in it. Here comes Antonio Lewis. No, excuse me. That was Blue.
Come on, corner badge.
No. Wyndham. A second shot. And he knows it. But you know what? Shooters keep shooting.
Shooter's remorse.
Yeah. Shooter keeps shooting. Because those threes will start knocking down.
The key is to not get too much into your head at that point.
Causey out the corner, and Causey is showing it how it's done out of the corner.
Yeah, and that was a great seal. What really set that three-point shot up is once he kicked it to the corner, he sealed that defender right there and had an open three.
So as a timeout taken on the court, 1:57 to go, and that was another killer three because the Tigers really was trying to battle their way back. And here's the thing, the Rams are keeping this crowd, this enthusiastic student-only crowd, out of the game so far.
Oh, yeah. We definitely here at Voorhees College, here at the Leonard D. Dawson Center, the Jerry M. Screen Arena. We're just waiting to blow the roof off of this thing. Trust me.
But in order to do that, the Tigers got to knock down some shots here and also play some good defense, cause some turnovers. Right now.
Time's definitely a factor right now.
Yes, it is. 75-58 with 1:57 to go. Right now, if you're the Tigers, I guess, stop the clock as much as you can, drawing the fouls and hitting your free throws.
If you're the Rams, keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, and they're doing it well, too. Right now, the Tigers trying to get back into this ball game. We can use some three-pointers right now. Here's Bowie. Bowie. No call. And Bowie is still on the ground, writhing in pain as the ball goes out of bounds. Bowie is still down underneath the Tiger basket. And he's hurt. That was a hard spill.
Right.
In between a couple of Rams. So I so hope everything is all right for Bowie. But yeah, he took a hard, nasty spill.
Yeah, definitely hope everything's all right with Bowie. But he's gonna need some help. He's trying to force the issue a little bit on offense. Maybe shouldn't have took that drive down there amongst all those trees down there. But you gotta love him for the fight. You gotta love him for.
But here's the thing: he was trying to do that to get his team going. He was trying to get the crowd going, and look, he's an aggressive player.
Oh yeah, the heart and soul of the Tigers.
And that is good that he is on his feet, that he can get up on underneath his own power, and he's holding his wrist too. Ooh.
Yeah, but you also got to understand sometimes you got to save yourself for the next game.
Right. Let's hope for the young man that he's all right. He was holding his wrist though. Hopefully, nothing serious to his wrist, but we shall see. Minute 35 remaining.
Yeah, Bowie's a tough player. I feel like even if that wrist is broke, he'll still try to come back out here and play.
Yep. Just wrap some football tape up and
put some tape on it.
Put some tape on it, coach. I'm ready to go. So with a minute 35 to go, 75-58 is our score. Here come the Rams. With under a minute and a half to go. Rams trying to play keep away. Trying to force a turnover. The Tigers. Pull up shot, no good. But the follow is there for Heathcock.
More defensive rebounding. Or in the Rams' case, offensive rebounding.
There's the shot for Rosario. It's no good. Under a minute to go. So the Tigers will fall once again. And the exclamation point for Heathcock and the salute of goodbye.
Yes, you saw that.
And as he said goodbye, here comes the students
saying goodbye.
Yes, starting to walk towards to the exits. 23 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Rams do not have to put up another shot. They will win this game going away 79-58. And this Ram squad starts off the season 1-0. So 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, no second. Final score officially now. Columbia International Rams 79 and Voorhees Tigers 58. So neither the Lady Tigers nor the Tigers could not come up with victories against teams out of the Appalachian Athletic Conference. So 0 for 2 against the AAC, but that's the way it goes sometimes, folks. Your thoughts here about this game?
I think that the Tigers are going to have to find some some post presence. They've got guys like Frederion Spells who stand at about 6'8", and they've got guys like the young man out of KC High School. I can't quite remember his name.
The KC, Troy McCann.
Troy McCann, standing at about 6'7". So, and even Omari Joseph, who saw early minutes, even started the game. So they've got some big guys down low. But you got to think that Coach Huff, Coach O, and Coach Williams will do a little bit more developing those guys and getting them ready for next week.
And remember, again, as I mentioned, with the women, same thing stands for with the men. You'll have to mix it up. Well, chemistry-wise,
right?
Because each year, especially in college, the roster changes all the time. Seniors graduate, or people leave, or transfer, or whatnot. So, but when you have that mixture of senior leadership mixed in with youthfulness, still, it may look good on paper, but you have to, as far as chemistry wise, it have to still come together.
Right.
And no doubt, I still think that the Tigers could still come together. And this is still early on in the season. So luckily, Coach Huff, he can make the proper adjustments, and then we can get out there. Because right now, you're just looking for that lineup,
Yes.
that solid lineup that you could put in and night out.
Yeah, so it's definitely still important to point out that we're not too far removed from Coach Derek Mitchell.
Right.
So a lot of the guys that Coach Huff has brought in, he brought them in, and within 6 or 7 days in 2021, they had to play their first game. And then you bring in a brand new mix of people to mix in with them. It's going to take a little bit of time for them to develop that chemistry that you're talking about. They've
Exactly.
got guys that can flat out score. They got guys that can play. They got guys that can fight.
Right. Right.
It's like having all the ingredients to a cake. Now you just got to put it all together and put it in the oven. And right now I think they're mixing it. You know, come this towards the Christmas break, they'll go ahead and put that thing in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Christmas break, you'll see that nice tasting cake.
Boy, you just made me hungry just now.
Hey man, it is getting late.
It is getting late.
That midnight snack.
Yes, it's coming. The gremlin hunger is coming. All right, folks. Stay with us. We'll have the post game show. We'll have Coach Cabral Huff for some post game thoughts about this game, and then we'll get you set for Thursday. And remember, folks, was an unscheduled game, but it's a new game on to the women's side. The Lady Tigers will take on the Lady Rams of Columbia International University. So make sure that you tune in Thursday night starting at 6 p.m. Okay? So we're going to take this break and we'll come right back. We'll have more of the post-game show coming up. Congratulations to the CIU Rams as they pull off the victory here tonight, 79-58 over the VC Tigers. More Tiger basketball coming up right after this.
That was I know that was what's her name? Nelson. Did she started at Voorhees or did that start before Nelson at Voorhees?
Before Nelson at Voorhees.
Oh, okay.
But this thing at South Carolina State, yeah, this is brand new.
She pulled that from Voorhees. She pulled that from us.
I don't know.
She did. She did.
She probably did, but hey, who the hell cares? It's not like she's working the damn thing. Yo, damn, they tore the people at one time.
That thing would invite me to the Hall of Fame.
I don't know. I guess you have to leave out of here first.
I ain't even get invited to the 10 under 30 yet. 10 under, I'm about to be out of the 10 under 30.
Right. Yeah,
I'm about
yeah.
to be
You
out of that.
about to be out of that quickly. Hell, I'm in the range of 10 under 50 now.
Ooh. 42, 43?
44.
Oh, geez. Geez.
Huh?
I'm fine.
That's fine.
What you want, ESPN, bro?
Yeah, if you want
I gotta,
ESPN, then check
I
out
thought I heard
ESPN.
that. I'm like, bro, my daytime job is I'm on ABC Sports. You want sports and stats? Tune in to Sports Center.
Yeah. Tune in
But they
sports.
get paid millions of dollars to do that. And
Yeah.
they got people that
Oh, they
research
get paid
stats
thousands of dollars.
five,
Yes,
all
exactly.
day.
Yeah, because announcers, if you don't know, the announcers, they get the stats in their ear and they spew it back out. I don't care because we already had a few people say, "Oh, announcer for NFL and for Fox. They got a I hate Bill Buck.
I don't even like, look, go back to your job. They
Right.
gotta give me comedy challenge.
Right.
Watching it, it's probably a CID, like sports show.
I don't know who the hell is Robert Small. Maybe he's an old school alum. I don't know. I don't care.
Man, I shoot. I should just get on there and be like, how about you suck on this man's dick? How about that?
Oh no, they're right. They're right. Oh, everybody gets it. Oh, it was bad. It was awful.
Beat up, down low. That's my
It
analysis.
was awful.
Coach president, lead. That's my analysis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to. Gotta protect this house. Got to.
Gotta take care of your shots, man.
They were tired from last night. Yeah.
I think about it. Yeah,
They came last night, didn't end until after 8 o'clock. And they had to come all the way from Tallahassee. You know, so. Oh, okay.
I know Huff might not do one. I know Huff might not do one. He might not do one.
I ain't gonna ask them.
Well, last night was an exhibition, so it didn't count for the win and loss. Yeah. All right.
Appreciate you being out here.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh yeah? What part? I'm from Harlem. Yeah, I'm from Harlem. Yeah. Yeah, 126 in Amsterdam. Yeah. I just been down here for 20 years. That's all. That's all. You know, but yeah, I still go. I'm still up there. I'm going up there next month. Yeah. And you know, every holiday
Another
season.
2 minutes or so.
Nah,
If I'm out here, we're going to wrap it up.
thank you. Ah, thank you. Appreciate it. Right, 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 right. Yeah. Right, right. Anytime you go here, man, shout us out. You know, we'll check that out. Well, let me just do the wrap up while we still got whatever 46, 40, 50 people. Let me see. Hey, Cam, we's on. We're just gonna do the wrap up, man. And if he comes out, he comes out. If he don't, we all right. But but I don't wanna wait till 11 o'clock to find out. Remember, we still got work tomorrow. That's your bid. 79. I wonder why they cut off everything like soon after. No, because he's got it is.
Testing, testing. I don't know. Or is it
No, it's not. No, it's off.
just saw the little. What's that thing?
Barely on.
Testing.
That's all right.
Oh, I smell fire a little bit. Smell like fire a little bit. Testing, testing, testing. Hot mic? No, no hot mic. All right, we good. Testing. We're good.
All right, welcome back here to the post game show at the Leonard E. Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees College. I'm Clarence Jones along with Cam McLean. And it wasn't a good night tonight for neither the Lady Tigers or the Tigers as two teams from the Appalachian Athletic Conference comes into the Tigers Den and takes two away from our Tigers. But let's talk about the men's game as the men's lost tonight, 79-58 to CIU Rams. The CIU Rams, especially in the second half, came on with the three-pointers. But not only that, they had made more key shots in the second half, Cam, than what the Tigers did. In fact, the Tigers went kind of cold there, and as they went cold, the Rams came back. Some good down low play from Heathcock, some timely shooting by Jeter, and as well as Thomas Woods, and also Causey as well. So this Ram teams look pretty stacked, and you mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. Who is going to step up? It looked like it's going to be people by committee all season that's going to step up for the Rams.
Right. So, yeah, definitely the Tigers moving forward are gonna have to find an answer for that post presence. Early on, you saw guys like Joel Davis get in the game and really have some success down there. But defensively, you got to find some guys that are going to be able to protect the paint against those big 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" guys. Because with teams like Claflin, they've got coming up, they've got some big guys down low that they're going to have to learn how to compete with. But offensively, I saw there are a few guys that actually showed me a little bit on offense. You had guys like Khalil Cuffey, who had hit some big shots. Of course, Tawan Bowie, who is the heart and soul of the Voorhees College Tigers. But then you also had guys like Christian Ford, who came on early.
Yeah.
Late in that second half, and showed you that he can really come out and score. So I think again, Coach Huff is going to have to go back to the drawing board and kind of whittle down this offense whittle down his lineup, because he's got a lot of guys right now that he's expecting to produce big minutes, but it's harder for them to kind of get the feel of the game, and especially with the younger guys. So definitely look for him to kind of whittle that lineup down a little bit, and really try to hash that thing out moving forward in later on into the season.
Well, we always said though it's about chemistry, especially when you have a roster turnover, when you have the new guys coming in. And of course, some of the old guys are there, but it's all about chemistry each year. That's why they say each year is different. It's all about chemistry. Once you get the chemistry together, I think it's going to work well. Now, you talk about down low presence. I want to also talk about Omar Joseph as well. Now, he is a tall guy, and he will help some of the presence down low for the Tigers desperately needed and have been missing for the past couple of years.
Yeah, for sure. Guys like Omari Joseph are guys that are going to be definitely expected to be relied upon heavily moving forward into the latter half of the season. But also bigger guys like Frederion Spells, who we haven't seen much of yet, and also the young man out of Brook.
McCants.
Yes,
Yes,
Troy
Troy
McCann.
McCants.
Troy McCann,
Right.
South Carolina native. Those are guys that are going to be expected later on into the season to definitely help out in that post presence.
Well, as for the Rams, they was picked as far as in the conference somewhere around the middle, but they don't look like a middle of the road type team. They look like a team that's ready to compete for a conference championship.
Right. So
So
definitely,
it's going to be something. But again, Coach Huff, he picked out the schedule because he wanted tough competition, and the tough competition, especially early on, can prove its weight come later in the season when we go up against some of our conference rivals.
yeah, absolutely. Most coaches in America will tell you they'd rather lose early than lose late.
Right.
Get them all out of the way early in the season, and then as you get closer to the conference tournament and things of that nature, that's when you really want to be playing your best ball. When you start talking about February and March, that's when we want to see the best version
Heck,
of the Tigers.
for us, it's really kind of January, because January really turns things up
Right.
a notch with
Right.
the conference play, and then not only that, going down the stretch, starting in January, but the last 16 games, about 10 of them will be here at the Tigers Den. So Huff knew what his team was going up against, especially early on in the season. Thus, you have these road games, and you have a couple of sprinkling with a couple of home games that's coming up here. But he knows the competition is going to get tough. So in order to get tough, you have to play those tough teams, especially early on in the season, just to see where you at in as far as competition. And speaking of Huff, I think Huff is on his way up here, so we'll talk to him a couple of minutes about this game here this evening, and look forward to everything else that's going to happen. But before then, just like to say, well, thank you, Cam. For joining me here this evening, we really had fun. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the viewers who viewed it from our YouTube page and also Facebook as well. So thank you so very much for joining us. But right,
Absolutely, and thank you for having me. I know I'm chopped liver compared to the man, the myth, the legend over there, Coach Cabral Huff.
yes, 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 and he's here to talk. And let me get your mic for a second here. Thank you, sir. Well, Coach Huff, tough night tonight. Just want to get your thoughts about this game.
Um, we couldn't guard our yard. We couldn't get stops when we needed it. I can sit here and give you an excuse and say we played so many games, but we just got to be better.
Right. So let's get into it. What did you see out there where you say, okay, fellas, we have to calm down and we're better than what we put displaying.
I don't think the display we put tonight is indicative of who we are
Hmm.
and what we are. But we just did not guard at all tonight.
Mm.
Our rotations were slow. Even offensively, when we got down,
Hmm.
we tried to just see could I get it all back at one time.
Right.
Instead of just doing what we do,
Hmm.
defend, get stops, 3 stops in a row is what we call kills, and
Hmm.
we just weren't able to do that tonight.
Okay. Now, you said defensively, it seemed like the Rams was getting a lot of second opportunities down there, and they was making good on it. What would you say as far as defense? You said rotation. They was a little bit late on the rotation.
Yeah, a little bit late on the rotation. When you're late on the rotation, that puts you behind the 8 ball and rebounding. And we have a moniker of 4 E's: effort, energy, enthusiasm, execution. And we just didn't have any of those E's tonight. We didn't have our effort. We didn't have our energy.
Mhm.
We didn't have our enthusiasm, and we definitely didn't execute.
Well, let me ask you this, and I know excuses or whatever, but again, you're coming off of the road trip. You had to come from Florida last night, so
This morning.
this yes, this morning, early this
Right.
morning. So did that kind of play a factor as far as fatigue level? Because I know did you have a shoot around this morning? I doubt it, but
We did a shoot around late afternoon.
okay,
Um, I lied to you if I told you guys weren't hurting a bit.
right.
That's why we tried to play a lot of people we were trying to find
Hmm.
something who had fresh legs.
Right.
It's tough. It's
Right.
tough. But we still got to be better. I can't use that because
Mhm.
these are things when you get to the tournament, and tournament this year is at Iowa Wesleyan.
Hmm.
You possibly got to play 3 games in 3 nights.
Right.
So what we just did is just a precursor to try to get us ready for that.
Gotcha.
And that's why we try to put the schedule together. So we gotta be better, man. We just gotta
Okay.
be better. And beginning of the season, I don't want to be playing the best in November. I want to
Right.
be playing the best in January, February, March.
Gotcha.
But we still gotta be better.
Yeah, still got to be better. But I always mention, like early on in the season, as you mentioned with the roster, there's still that chemistry
Yep.
still have to come together. There's only been a couple of games, but do you see the chemistry starting to come together, even though we still?
Tonight wasn't indicative, but if you go back last night versus South Florida first half,
Mhm.
you go back before the South Florida game, Oakwood and Truett McConnell, we 10 not so good minutes out of 80.
Right.
That's indicative of what those first 2 games were with Oakwood and Truett McConnell. So we've got to put together 40 minutes, man.
Yeah.
That's really what we got to do.
Right.
First, we put a good first half together versus South Florida.
Mhm.
Didn't do it in the second half.
Mhm.
We've got to shoot the ball better. We've got to move the ball better. And we've got to defend better. And those things are going to come with time as this team continues to grow and gain that chemistry with one another.
Now, since you have just a small little time between now and the next game, and I know the boys need to get some type of rest going in because, again, the back to back, but still, this is their first back to back together as a squad. But now, what would you say you will work on going into the next game?
A lot of it's mental. Watching film, breaking down film, letting them see where we can improve upon. And the crazy thing is that we've walked into games where other teams hadn't played. South Florida hadn't played anybody. CIU hadn't played anybody.
Right.
They had a lot of film on us, so it's what we're learning.
Right.
So it's a lot of film study,
Right.
right now.
Right. Well, Coach, I'll get you out of here on this. I know that it has been you just coming off the road trip, and then you had this game. What does this, as far as the measuring stick for the squad here so far? What you when you evaluate this team so far?
I think in that locker room, they know we've beat ourselves.
Mhm.
I don't think there's been a team, other than probably South Florida,
Right.
which D1
Right.
exhibition, but there hasn't been a team other than that we
Mhm.
think have beat us. We think we
Mhm.
beat ourselves,
Right.
and if we can change that, then you'll see a turnaround in this team.
And I still believe,
I do too.
I still believe that this roster is much talented,
Yeah.
and I believe this is a potential roster that can do some great things
We
coming
will.
in this future.
We will. We
I,
will. We'll get it together.
you will. I know you will. Well, Coach Huff, thank you so very
Thank
much
you.
for joining me here. Again, tough defeat, but of course, the great thing about basketball, it doesn't take us the week or two to go for
It's
the
not
next game.
football. We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait a whole week to play.
Right. So this will go out our system in
Right.
about 48 hours or
Yeah.
so, and we'll get ready for the next one. But Coach Huff, thank you so very much for joining me,
Thank you.
and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. That was Coach Cabral Huff, the men's head coach for the Tigers, talking about this game tonight and, of course, the upcoming rest of the season. Well, thank you. That does it here from us. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Got to give a shout out to all of our viewers who viewed in both games here tonight, and the comments as well, both positive and negative. We always encourage all types of comments to come in here, but just keep it clean, folks. That's all we ask. Well, for my partner Cameron McLean, as well as the producer and director extraordinaire Curtis Sumner, our great students here behind the scenes, thank you so very much. And we'll talk to you on Thursday. Remember, Thursday evening. It is the Lady Tigers taking on the Lady Rams of CIU. We'll be on the air at 6 p.m. Hopefully that you can join us. But for now, I'm Clarence Jones saying good night, and we'll see you next time down the road.